somente agora que eu consegui recuperar o headphone das gravações. Lá no quando eu tava jogando o Honkai. Somente. Não ouvi algumas coisas durante esse tempo. Mas agora estão ouvindo. Então, pessoal. Não vai ter o Enderfield.
Miss, I'm sorry for being mean to you before. Mom told me you were protecting Dad until the very last moment before you passed out. I shouldn't have said you left him to die.
I'm really sorry. Zeta was really young when it happened, so she was too little to understand, and I haven't really talked about it. I hope she didn't upset you.
No, she was right. If only I'd been strong enough to take down most of the ethereals. Maybe they wouldn't have ended up in that situation.
Oh, that's not fair. The old capital was falling. No single person's strength could ever be the deciding factor in the face of a disaster like that.
In spite of it all, you survived. If they were still here, I'm sure they'd see that as something to celebrate.
I've always known the truth. I failed to protect them. A weakling like me survived, and the rest of them disappeared without a trace. This isn't solace. It's the worst possible outcome. That's something I can't face. I've never had the courage to tell you I couldn't protect your loved ones. All I can do is wander New Eridu, hoping to find some trace of them. Even after all this time, I still haven't accomplished anything. I'm sorry.
You really don't know us at all. This isn't the worst possible outcome by any means. Styx, my husband, and all his comrades who lost their lives, each one of them left behind their own legacy. Just look all around you. Everyone standing before you is a legacy they protected that is carried on to this day. After my husband passed away, Zeta and I received survivor benefits. And with all the odd jobs I've been doing, we've managed to get to where we are today. Styx always wanted our daughter to study art, and Zeta's interested in it too. Now, that dream has become a reality. She just got accepted into the art school in Janus Quarter.
Mom and I have our tough days, but I often think of Dad's cheerful laughter, and that memory gives me the strength to keep pushing through. One day, it'll all pay off, just like it has now.
Thank you for always being by my husband's side, even at the very end.
Well, I suppose you must have heard about my condition from my son.
Ethel, Cocytus used to tell me about you. He often took leave or skipped work to earn extra money by part-timing, or to care for you when you were sick in bed.
Yes, that's true, but I bet he never told you my illness became so bad that I needed major surgery, and he worked his tail off to raise the money. Who would have thought he would pass before me? I used the benefits from his death for the surgery. And that's the only reason I'm here today. In a way, his passing allowed my life to continue. Every time I think about it, I feel like I need to keep my body healthy and live a few more years. The sights I see, I believe he can sense them from somewhere far away. When I was too weak to take care of him, it was you and your comrades who stayed by his side. Thank you for everything that you've done for him.
As for me, well, I'm currently working as a fashion designer.
A fashion designer? Is that because of Acheron?
It is. I'm sure you remember how much she loved beautiful things. She was always into fashion, so I decided to become part of that world. That way, she can always be with me. I admit I had no idea how fun fashion design could be until I actually gave it a shot. I wish I'd figured that out sooner. We would have had so much more to talk about. Anyway, I'm planning to start my own fashion brand next year. She used to say that after retiring from the army, she wanted to pursue fashion design. I really want to carry on her dream. It feels like my life's purpose. You know, she used to talk about you when she came home for the holidays. How your rivalry pushed her to keep improving. So, thank you. I'm proud of my sister. And I'm proud of you, too.
As you can see, all of us have made it to this day, carrying the will of those we loved. So please don't say they left nothing behind. They've always been a part of every pain and joy we've experienced over the years. Please remember, everything and everyone in New Eridu is only here today because you all risked your lives in battle.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. It's been wonderful to hear about how you're all doing and to listen to these words. I'm so glad I decided to come here on Remembrance Day.
Speaking of which, I wasn't expecting to see any of you. What brings you here today?
I could ask you the same thing, Ethel. Last time I asked, you said you weren't coming. I only came because I suddenly got a DM from Nathan. He said he really wanted me to be here.
I'm here because of Nathan's message, too. He was pretty insistent, so I thought he'd be here. But I've been looking around for a while now. I still haven't seen him.
So it's the same for all of us. I responded to his message, but he never wrote back. Isn't that strange?
Sorry, but who's this Nathan you're talking about?
Nathan is Lethe's younger brother. Frankly, out of all of us, he's probably the one who wants to see you the most. He used to be part of the defense force himself, and...
The day the old capital fell, his squad was responsible for supporting the forces that had already entered the Hollow, which included all of you. He's told us that story so many times. When they saw how bad things were in that hollow, some of the reinforcements called off their plans and pulled back. He tried to stop them, but there was nothing he could do.
He always blamed himself and wanted to find you to apologize. But the truth is, the reinforcements retreating was inevitable. Shortly after their retreat, headquarters issued the official order. We all lost someone in that disaster. And for a while, we resented the reinforcements for their decision. But over time, we came to understand it, and we eventually let it go. There is no avoiding casualties in that battle. In hindsight, it wasn't wrong for headquarters to prioritize saving their strength.
May I ask what the name of Nathan's squad was when he was in the defense force?
The Impera squad of the Obsidian Division. Is something wrong?
Nothing. It's just... I think I might have stumbled upon the answer I was looking for.
Quando ficaria em choque, parece que já entendeu alguma coisa. Nesse momento, começou uma comoção na área aberta, em frente ao posto avançado. Parece que alguém invadiu o palanque e a cidadã por todos os lados para ouvir a patroa falar.
Is that Zoe on the podium?
Is she here to speak on behalf of the soldiers? A decorated veteran. That seems fitting. But I don't see Jesse or Aaron around. Didn't they come?
Everyone please, quiet down. Zoe, of Nemesis Squad, a representative of the veterans, will now deliver the Remembrance Day speech.
Hello, everyone. I'm honored to stand here and speak on behalf of all of the soldiers of the Defense Force. Today, we gather to commemorate Remembrance Day, a day born from the tragedy of the old capital's fall. Many of us lost relatives or friends in the disaster, and I am no exception. Every member of my squad perished in that battle, leaving me as the only survivor. Losing the friends you cherish to the Hollow is a pain that never fades. It's a sorrow that will stay with us, now and forever. However, to the families of the fallen soldiers, hold your heads high with pride for your loved ones who gave their lives. They fought to the very last moment when the old capital fell. Death isn't the end, nor dishonor. It is their eternal medal. They gave their lives facing an unstoppable disaster, exchanging their sacrifice for the world we have today. In doing so, they fulfilled their duties as soldiers to perfection. Without the blood they spilled, Eridu would not have endured, and new Eridu would never have risen from the ashes. In honor of the wishes of the departed, look ahead, people of New Eridu. Our thoughts and remembrance of those who passed will be carried in every flicker of candlelight and in every bouquet of flowers. My speech was meant to end here, but since you all seem quite engaged, please, the reason you all agree with what I've said is because it offers a way to step away from the pain. That's what the living do. They seek ways to ease the weight of others' deaths, so they can find a way to start over. This is the new Eridu of today. A huge disaster consumed the old capital, and the people who survived it keep saying things like, treasure the moment and start fresh to numb themselves, hoping to forget the nightmare. No one talks about the soldiers who gave their lives in Hollow Zero. No one asks why they had to die. The brave gave their lives battling the ethereal onslaught, while the weak survived. This is a new Eridu, built by weaklings. Its order founded upon their way of thinking. Your applause makes me realize you all accept this logic. Each of you had loved ones who sacrificed their lives in the fall of the old capital. And now, you're thankful that someone has encouraged you to move on from them. What meaning does the sacrifice of those who died have if you all choose to forget? Have you never thought about why your own loved ones had to die? And why no one is responsible for their deaths?
Miss Zoe, there's not much time left for your,
Open your eyes! I'm speaking to those who have lost loved ones! If death is the medal for the fallen, then pain is the cross the living must bear. If you fear its weight and run from the suffering, the soldiers will never find peace in their eternal rest. To tear the wound open once again, so you'll never forget the searing pain! That's the real meaning of Remembrance Day!
I don't agree.
Charon, I didn't expect you to be here for Remembrance Day. How are things going with your search? Seems like you have something to say.
Among the people standing here, there's a woman who raised her daughter with the survivor benefits left by her husband. Another who's been able to carry on with her life thanks to the final efforts of her child. And yet another who's found purpose because of the influence of his late sister. The will of the deceased lives on in every person here. The soldiers who died during the fall of the old capital fought for this. The future that their loved ones are making for themselves now. The old me might have agreed with what you said. But someone taught me that pain and hardship can lead to hope. They helped me see that hope could be inherited, not just destroyed when life fades. That's why. I believe the departed didn't leave us wounded or with a heavy cross to bear, but with a melody. Each of us holds a harmonica that plays the melody of life. At first, it may sound awkward, but it will eventually flow smoothly, taking on our own style, until it merges with our soul.
You seem quite certain about what you're saying. Tell me then, what kind of melody is left behind by those we've lost?
I'm not sure. I can't picture the exact melody, but I trust the answer I've chosen. And I trust everything I've seen and heard.
A vague and insubstantial answer, isn't it? I was right about you, Charon. From the moment we met, I knew we'd never really understand each other.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
Everyone, I apologize for taking up your time. My speech ends here. Please feel free to continue with your visit.
What do you think, Proxy?
Her demeanor and what she said earlier. Something was clearly off. I have a bad feeling.
You mean about her real identity, right? Looks like we're on the same page. Shielded by her identity as a decorated soldier, she seemed pretty confident that we wouldn't confront her directly on military ground like at the outpost. She arrived so brazenly and left without a care. If I'm right about this, she'll be trying to contact us again in no time.
Looks like you're a little busy, so I'll keep it short. The client just sent me a location via knock-knock, along with a picture of several unconscious, tied-up individuals. I'll send you the location shortly. It should be an entrance to the Hollow in Port Elpis. At this stage, I don't have any further requests. My only hope is that you'll proceed with caution.
A location with a picture of the hostages. Looks like Grim Vulture is losing patience and wants to put an end to all this.
Charon, what's your plan? No matter what you decide, I'll stay by your side till the end.
I've made up my mind. Proxy, please accept my official commission. Help me venture into the depths of the Hollow to rescue the client and any other hostages. It's time to put an end to this. It's up to me to stop Grim Vulture. Stop her from crushing everything in front of her with that heavy cross. I am the Eye of Obel. Promise to tell me. I've got your back.
Ah, eu vou posso agora? Amém. Que no pica-pau?
I am the Eye of...
I can become a mission? Take me along!
That's nothing to fear. I'll show you, buddy.
If you need help,
Promise.
take your time. I'm listening.
Please,
A mission? Take me along! Charon, look! Another communicator.
Another communicator. It's a bad habit for a sniper to be so talkative.
Oh, really? I think it's rather good for my mental health to witness in real time how my target becomes desperate and gives up their struggle.
Do you really still need to disguise your voice? I thought you didn't want to hide anymore, Zoe.
You're right. Seems there's no need for secrecy anymore. I, Zoe, the sniper known as Grim Vulture of Nemesis Squad, send you my regards.
Zoe. No. Grim Vulture. You, like me, were one of the advanced troops deployed to suppress Hollow Zero right after the fall of the old capital, right? Noct, Cartes, and Impera Squad. So far, all the victims have been members of these squads. They were initially supposed to enter the Hollow to reinforce the advanced troops. Nemesis, your squad, lacking reinforcements, lost everyone except you in the fall of the old capital. You blamed their deaths on the absence of reinforcements and sought revenge on them. That's my conclusion. Just like me, the fall of the old capital left you entirely alone.
A sniper, the sole survivor, a mere pawn abandoned by the military. Don't you think we're very much alike?
Não, sobrevivente, mero peão abandonado pelos militares. Você não acha que somos parecidas?
The Impera squad member, Nathan, the one you're searching for, he pleaded with me to let him go when I was about to kill him, saying he had to see you no matter what. That's how you caught my attention. I let him live to get all sorts of information on you. I was so curious about you that I even set a trap, disguising myself as a victim to get closer to you. It turned out we share the same story. We even got the same PTSD symptoms. After all these years, we still see images of our teammates before they died. It's impossible to erase them from our minds. ridiculous fantasies to numb yourself, chasing after illusions of your squad mates. Well, I can't afford to be as naive as you.
Não, mas é só uma maluca que vai atrás de inocentes.
One night, when I was overwhelmed with the unbearable images of my comrades' deaths, vomiting and crying, I finally realized the meaning behind their appearance before me. They were pleading with me, pleading for vengeance against those who abandoned us, begging me to destroy the repulsive, hypocritical new order of New Eridu.
Não açúcar para que eu me vingasse daqueles que nos abandonaram. Eles falaram para que eu destruísse aquela nova ordem forte, inocente nova editor.
So, I carried on their will. I began kidnapping targets and sniping them in the hollow, watching as they became corrupted and died in despair.
Eu decidi honrar o desejo deles. Comecei a selecionar meus alvos e levá-los para a esfera negra, onde eu atirava neles e os deixava para ter uma morte lenta e agonizante, e quando sofriam corrupção.
Do you really think this is what they'd want?
Acredita mesmo que esse é o desejo deles?
What else? Would they want me to be like you, playing at a game of finding my missing squad mates, accepting their deaths when I'm done playing, and then forgiving the very enemy who killed them?
Acho que eles queriam que eu fosse como você, brincante em encontrar companheiros parecidos, aceitando suas mortes depois que me cansaram de brincar e perdoando os inimigos que os mataram.
What a noble and virtuous gesture! Forgive on behalf of fallen comrades, coexist with New Eridu's order, and live peacefully among cowards.
Me perdoe em nome dos companheiros abatidos, coexistir com a nova ordem de Nova Eridu e viver pacíficamente com aqueles covardes.
It's precisely because you and I are so similar that this hypocritical and cruel attitude makes it even harder for me to forgive you. After our first conversation, I was certain I must end your life myself to prove I'm right.
Justamente por termos tanto em comum que essa atitude fraca e cruel e imperdoável para mim. Deixa nós primeiro conversa, tive certeza. Eu preciso acabar com a sua vida com a minha própria mão e provar que tinha razão.
That's exactly what I wanted to say to you, too. Because we've suffered the same hardships, I can't accept the path of destruction you've chosen. Jesse, Aaron, Nathan, the client I've been searching for, and any other targets of revenge you've set your sights on. They all feel regret and struggle over the choices they made back then. But you can't see any of that. You didn't target the higher-ups who misjudged the situation, the dangerous ethereals who killed your comrades, or the ones responsible for the fall of the old capital. Instead, you went after the easiest targets.
Mas você não consegue ver nada disso. Você não botou uma mira de sua alma para os poderosos que já fizeram um julgamento errado da situação. Os eternos perigosos que mataram seus companheiros. Nem os responsáveis pela queda da antiga capital. Em vez disso, você foi atrás de alvos mais fáceis. Olha que a Caronte agora mitou. Ganhou dela na base verbal das coisas certas dos alvos. Você não apontou uma mira da sua arma para os poderosos que fizeram um julgamento errado na situação. Os eternos perigosos que mataram seus companheiros, nem os responsáveis pela queda da antiga capital. Em vez disso, você foi atrás dos alvos mais fáceis.
Grim Vulture, as a sniper of the Eridu Defense Force, you have failed in your duty. To preserve the will and hope left by my comrades, I'm going to put an end to your actions right here!
Como foi um atirador da Força de Defesa de Eridu, você falou em seu dever para preservar a vontade e esperança que restam dos meus companheiros. Eu darei um fim às suas ações aqui e agora.
That suits me just fine. A sniper should let the gun do the talking. Make it to the deepest part of the hollow alive, and I'll meet you with nothing but raw malice.
O atirador deve deixar a arma falar primeiro. te convida nas conferidas da Esfera Negra e eu estarei esperando por você com meu mais profundo desprezo.
Since you made it here, let me reward you with a few things you don't know. Noct, Cartus, Impera, and many other squads. Did you know the reinforcements that were meant to back us up ended up deciding to retreat? Relying on a show of hands to vote, isn't that ridiculous? Our lives would be lost in such an absurd way, like a kindergarten election for class monitor.
Yeah.
So, when I killed them, I employed the same method. I made a dozen or so people I captured vote on who I should kill first. You wouldn't believe how funny it was. Why are you laughing?
Jesse and Aaron, do you have them too? Or are they already?
You still care about them? Or should I say, it looks like I haven't made enough of a threat to your life if you still have the time to worry about them. Why not leave their fate an unsolved mystery? Normally that's more sensible, right?
It's getting stronger!
In any case, when you stumble into the underworld with your insight spilling out, you'll see the two of them. Wouldn't it be more exciting to wait until then to reveal the answer? Those two morons are so stupid. Oh, it's hilarious. I wanted to fit in a little, and they treated me as one of their own. They had their guard up, but they never thought you would know. No surprise they retreated back then. Bunch of good-for-nothing idiots.
The wind and rain are picking up.
This extreme weather is perfect for sending you to your grave, don't you think? No one will hear your screams and cries as you die. By the time the rain stops, the only thing left will be your cold. I wonder, do you remember the weather on the day the old capital fell? It wasn't heavy rain like now, but the sky was just dark. Both your teammates and mine, they all perished in a place like this. Now that I think about it, I guess I'm actually doing something good. Because if I let you and your teammates die here, you made it part of the Hollow Squad, guys. Such determination deserves praise. Now, time for the final showdown to Eridu. The only way to put it. What sniper would ever confront their enemy head on?
Ether vision activate.
I've prepared a little gift for you.
Can't catch me.
I hate it. Sure it's a serial way of ducking and corrupting a high-ranking officer. It wasn't easy luring it here. You can play with it for a while. As for me, I'll watch you from above. Then I'll put a bullet right through your heart.
My blade turns evil!
Descenders!
This is your requiem. Sniper's Creed. One shot, one kill. Adjusting for wind. You're in my sights.
Is the one who's been forced into a corner, like you!
The wind. It's shifting.
I won't fall for your distractions so easily. What?
I will surpass you with my own melody of victory.
Damn!
And let the wind be the opening notes.
Charon! No! Wake up! Charon! That's...
Após o disparo, a esfera negra volta a ficar em silêncio sobre o qual restam apenas os incessantes gotas de chuva. Tentam lavar o cheiro de sangue das feridas dos atiradores, dos derrotados, mas sem sucesso. A perdedora não presta atenção em sua ferida letal, apenas encarando o horizonte ao longe, como se ele lá tivesse a sua redenção. Algum tempo depois, a vencedora sobe pela estrutura metálica e fica de pé diante dela. Enquanto a perdedora ainda tem força para falar, elas desenvolvem sua última conversa.
Just you? Where's your friend, the Proxy?
The Proxy went to rescue the hostages. I want to speak with you alone. A sniper should always monitor the changes to their surroundings, factoring the environment into their tactics. Being blinded by the intent to kill and failing to take this into account was your downfall.
Didn't expect to be lectured by a youngster. What a disgrace. When my view was blocked, I realized you'd used the visual blind spot to reposition. So I adjusted my aim accordingly. But I still couldn't hit you.
Your prediction and accuracy were spot on. I was just saved once again by this. By both this harmonica, and by my former comrades.
Are you trying to say that this is destiny? That it's the will of your companions guarding you? I lost to the wave of ethereals, to the military's betrayal. And now I lose to your reckless actions, driven by some ridiculous fantasy? Your fantasy, your attitude, your very existence, and the outcome of this battle, they are the greatest denial and insult to my revenge.
Yet you're emitting a much calmer ether energy now. Almost as if you found relief.
My vision is fading. I can't see my comrades on the brink of death anymore. My wounds are fatal, but I don't feel any pain. Relief. It's not such a bad thing.
Did you intend for me to kill you from the start?
Let me answer that question with a story. The first time I saw you was actually during the fall of the old capital. My comrades were all dead, and the reinforcements the higher-ups promised before the mission never came. I can't even remember how long the fight went on. Ultimately, I had no choice but to retreat, failing to bring back my squad mates' bodies. I made my way through one battle line after another. The advanced troops were nearly wiped out. But when I reached a certain front, a small squad of survivors called out to me. Few people can still stand after such severe corruption and injury, but all 5 of them were still fighting. They were protecting a girl who had lost her sight and fallen unconscious while searching for a way out of the hollow. They told me they were beyond saving, and if I planned to retreat, I must take the girl with me. I couldn't turn down the last request of a group of heroic soldiers about to die in battle. Your comrades entrusted your life to me. I was the one who brought you out of the hollow. You already know what happened afterward. It didn't take long for you to leave the Defense Force after you came to. Just like me. I developed PTSD so intense that sometimes I couldn't even hold a normal conversation. But for me, the hardest blow was the death of my squad. To an orphan like me, they were family. If the reinforcements had kept their word and provided support, they wouldn't have died for nothing. Don't you ever have that thought?
To say I don't would be a lie, but I think deep down you know. From the moment we stepped into the hollow, there was no way we were getting saved. Given how quickly the hollow was spreading, and the ever-increasing number of ethereals, it would take the sacrifice of countless Defense Force troops to suppress it. It wasn't something that could have been accomplished in such a short time. The reinforcements would have only been a drop in the bucket. More sacrifices without results. Canceling the reinforcements, sending the advanced troops to rescue as many civilians as possible to minimize casualties. I think most commanders would have made the same decision.
Objective and cold logic. I understand it, of course. But when you see members of the reinforcements living happy lives years later, can you still keep your composure? I couldn't. Even if the chance was minuscule, I wanted my squad mates to survive. But they turned that chance to zero, and still have the nerve to embrace a peaceful future. I can't help but resent them. By the time I realized what I'd done, I had already taken several lives. Nathan. When I tied him up and was about to kill him, he begged me to spare him, saying he had something to give you, no matter what. That was when you re-entered my line of sight. I think I've said this before. We're very similar, yet we have completely opposite beliefs. After meeting you, I became even more certain. In the face of suffering, I chose destruction, while you were destined to choose to protect. But you're still entangled in your obsession with your squad mates. If this continues, you'll eventually sink into a void of despair. Your hope is like a bubble, ready to burst at any moment. The version of you I want to kill is the complete one, who can firmly reject my answer. If you haven't found your answer yet, then I'll be the one to push you forward. I kill you, or you end me. Either way works. But after seeing your growth, maybe I'd prefer you to step over my body. That's the final answer.
Why?
Emptiness and doubt. No matter how many targets of my revenge I took down, nothing changed. Aiming my gun at former comrades, drowning in hate and rage, all it left was a hollow emptiness. But you're different. You've gained unconditional trust from the proxy. You have the courage to fight through my trap. And eventually, you'll have a melody that's uniquely yours. My belief has faltered. I finally remember my squad mates were fools just like you. You're right. They would never want me to become this way. I talk about carrying their cross, but in truth, I never carried their will. So be it. Take the hostage and go. A villain stained with the blood of others deserves nothing but a miserable end. I'm looking forward to how long you'll be able to protect those in front of your eyes. It can still be played after taking a bullet. Impressive.
This is my final melody to you. No matter how miserable you've become, I'll still remember you. Remember we once shared the same path in life. But in the end, our paths diverged. Your hatred has long twisted into sin. But if not for you, I wouldn't have learned how to hate, or found the true targets of my hatred. I used to know nothing. My teammates served as my teachers and taught me so much. And I think you must be my final teacher. You taught me, in the most intense way, what hatred truly means.
Really? So you found someone you want revenge against, too. That's good.
determinação pela vida, e você nunca superará os seus dificuldades. Não pode negar sua capacidade de resolver problemas simples. Então, está sempre não me ajuda a ser melhor, apesar de ter uma vida pela volta e me envolvo no jogo de maneira, fazer o que é devido, muito tranquilo, e controlar os áreas de mano do céu, como é maluco. Só que assim, eu vi, caralho, não tem ninguém pra mais, não tem ninguém pra mano do céu, esse mulher é muito doido. Ela ia jogar o pessoal dentro da sua amiga e mostrar a guerra.
So you're the sniper from Liar Squad. It's nice to finally meet you.
And you must be the one who's been searching for me. Nathan, the younger brother of Lethe. It's good to see you safe and sound.
That's right. I'm sorry for causing all this trouble. I nearly cost you your life, becoming a target of a victim from the fall of the old capital. Maybe that's what I get not helping my brother and the rest of the defense force back then.
E talvez isso seja o que eu mereço por não conseguir salvar meu irmão e os outros da força de defesa. Na vida daquela discussão.
When the reinforcements decided to retreat, I spoke out against it. I had family among the soldiers already in the Hollow, but I didn't have the courage to take that step, the one that might have cost me my life. I'm sorry.
You don't need to feel regret or apologize. The outcome wasn't something you could have controlled. You cared deeply for Lethe, and even today you still think of him. To someone like him, who always cherished family, that's more than enough.
Não havia nada que você pudesse fazer. Você se importava muito com ele, e até hoje ainda pensa nele. Alguém como ele, que vai usar tanta família. Isso é mais do que suficiente.
Thank you. I heard you've been searching for the members of Liar Squad all these years. I'm nothing compared to your determination. Thank you for everything you've done, but please stop the search. It's time for you to start living a life that's truly your own. I hate to say this as a family member, but back then, they were already...
I know. You don't need to say it. I've been drowning in a fantasy of my own making for years, but it's a fantasy that kept me from falling into the abyss. Nathan, Grimvulture told me you have something you want to give me. Is that why you commissioned someone to find me?
Yes. After learning about the bond between you and your squad, I knew I couldn't live with myself if I didn't get this to you. So I got on my knees and begged Grimvulture, even playing this recording for her, hoping it would move her. Regardless of how things unfolded, what matters is that it wasn't destroyed, and I'm here, alive, to hand it to you.
Uma fita do esquadrão Lily, descoberta pelo irmão mais novo de Led, Nathan, será quase. A fita foi o estalo inicial de muitos eventos que se esgueiraram. Anos passaram e a fita foi envelhecida, mas o áudio gravado nela se mantém intacto, como se tivesse sido feito ontem.
I found this while going through my brother's belongings. It's been tucked away for years. There's a recording on it. And I think it's a gift Liar Squad made for you, but never had the chance to give you.
Nossa, está guardado há anos e tinha uma gravação dentro. Eu acho que era presente que eu daria pra você, mas eu nunca tive a chance de...
Thank you so much. Do you mind if I listen to it now with the proxies?
With me and Belle? We're honored. I thought we were just here to collect the commission fee today.
Go ahead. As for the commission fee, I'll pay it to you both shortly, so don't worry about that.
Hey, hello? All right, it's a recording. This is a message from Liar Squad for our little sniper. Everyone ready? I'll count down. 3, 2, 1.
Congratulations on your 1000th day with Liar Squad!
Hey, you guys are totally out of sync. Captain, can we redo this? The anniversary gift has to be perfect.
Aí vocês estão fodas comigo, capitão. Dá pra gravar de novo? Nós jogando de da trilha. E o presente dela precisa ser perfeito.
That's our assault specialist, Acheron. She has a strong sense of aesthetics, prioritizing beauty in both combat and her daily life. She taught me a lot about makeup and fashion.
ensinou muito sobre maquiagem e moda. Nossa, Belle está no combate na vida.
Oh, she won't care if we're a little off. Forget the re-record. Let's just get it done and order the cake. We don't want him to sell out.
Senão podemos ficar aqui sem.
That's our medic, Kakaitis. He's usually lazy and a bit of a smooth talker, but he's actually very capable and kind. He taught me a lot about unconventional negotiation tactics and ways of handling things.
Aqui é o nosso médico Astor. Ele costuma ser preguiçoso e falador, mas é muito capaz e gentil. Ele me ensinou muito sobre táticas no ocupacional de negociação e sobre como cuidar de várias coisas.
You two, stop arguing during the recording. I've already ordered the cake. If you keep rambling, we really will have to re-record this. Cut the chatter already.
Vocês aí, para de brigar durante a gravação. Aí, e já pedi o bolo. Vocês continuarem discutindo, vão ter que gravar mais uma vez. Fiquem quietos logo.
And that's Styx, a reliable artillery specialist. He's the oldest in the squad. He loves sharing photos of his daughter and reminiscing about how he wooed his wife. The way he won her over inspired me a lot.
Isso é, nosso especialista em artilharia. Ele é o mais velho do esquadrão e adora mostrar fotos de sua filha e relembrar antigas histórias de amor com sua esposa. Sabe de muito com sua experiência.
All right, let's all calm down. Wouldn't want to get on the captain's bad side. I mean, Captain, would you like to go first? We can edit or re-record whatever we need to.
Certo, já chega, pessoal. Você sabe como a capitã fica assustada quando está irritada. Assustadora quando está irritada. Cada um porque no começo. Podem editar ou regravar essa parte se quiser.
That's our scout and engineer, Lethe. He's a bit self-conscious because of how his younger brother excels, and he's somewhat introverted. But he's actually very capable. He taught me sharp observation skills, calm execution under pressure, and how to make use of the environment.
Esse é o nosso patrulheiro engenheiro, o Lhed. Ele é pouco inseguro porque seu irmão mais novo era muito talentoso. Apesar de ser meio introvertido, ele é incrível. Ele me ensinou a habilidade de observação minuciosa, reagir sob pressão em batalha e como usar o ambiente a meu favor.
Okay, thank you all for settling down before I completely lost my cool. It's fine. No need to cut anything or re-record. Let's just keep it as it is. Loud and messy, just like our liar squad.
Você acalmar antes que eu ficar sentado. Tudo bem, não precisamos editar nem regravar. Essa parte vamos manter assim, barulhento, caótico, assim como os membros do quadrilheiro.
That's our captain, who took me in and taught me how to play the harmonica, and the real Charon. I'll make sure to explain properly to you later, Proxy.
Essa é a nossa capitã, que me acolheu e me ensinou a tocar a gaita. Ela é verdadeira colante. Eu te explico melhor depois, Proxy. A carinha de timidez dela.
As you've heard, this recording is a little gift from the five of us. How time flies. When I brought you into the squad about 2.5 years ago, you were just a shy kid who blushed whenever you talked to someone.
Como você acabou de ouvir, essa gravação é um pequeno presente preparado por nós 5. Como o tempo voa, quando eu trouxe você para o esquadrão, há 2 anos e meio. Você era só uma criança tímida que ficava com o rosto vermelho sempre que falava com alguém.
Over these 1,000 days, you've really worked hard to keep pace with our fighting rhythm. You've done incredibly well. In the last mission, your successful sniper kill of that high-risk ethereal really helped Acheron a lot.
Você tem saído muito bem acompanhando nosso ritmo de combate nos últimos 1000 dias. Na última operação, você eliminou aquele TE altamente perigoso e foi grande ajuda para aquela.
I hate to say it, but yeah, I went too far in last time. Thanks for getting me out of that mess. Just this once, I'll admit, your moves were more elegant in that fight.
Beleza, unidade ao solo. Ih, não, foi mais pessoal. Tô olhando aqui também. Mas foi. Mas eu fui longe demais da última vez. Eu tive sorte por você ter me salvado. Você destacou em questão de elegância em combate, mas só dessa vez.
And not just that fight. Ever since you became a quicker shot and learned to adjust for wind speeds on the fly, we've been taking fewer and fewer hits. Makes my job way easier. So, cheers.
Essa não foi a primeira vez que você fez um bom trabalho. Desde que você aprendeu a calcular com precisão a velocidade do vento e temos sofrido cada vez menos fornecimento. Minha carga de trabalho caiu pela metade. Muito bom.
You often worry about not doing enough. But in these 2.5 years, you've absorbed everything I know about stealth, reconnaissance, and tactical countermeasures. Trust me, you'll become an incredibly skilled sniper.
Você sempre ouviu sobre não ser um bom o suficiente, mas nesses 2 anos e meio você dominou tudo o que sei sobre técnicas de atividade, reconhecimento e contra-ataque tático. Acredite, você vai se tornar uma franqueadora exponencial.
Having you covering us from the rear makes every fight feel safer. But you still have a lot to learn about socializing and romance. When peace finally comes to Eridu, leave us and live your own life.
Com você na retaguarda, me sinto muito mais seguro em combate. Mas você ainda tem muito a aprender sobre relações sociais e romance. Com Eridu finalmente ver paz, vá embora e viva a sua própria vida. Nossa!
Where did that come from? She's not leaving us. Even if she retires, she'll move into my house and I'll spoil her with loads of beautiful clothes. We can talk about living alone in 10 or 20 years.
Ela tirou isso. Ela não vai embora. Mesmo depois que ela se aposentar, ela vai se mudar para a minha casa. E vou comprar várias roupas bonitas para ela. Podemos conversar sobre morar sozinhos. Morar sozinho daqui a uns 10 ou 20 anos.
Sorry, I got carried away. Anyway, you're talented and hardworking. Over these 1,000 days, you've opened your heart to us and even encouraged us in return. Having you as a comrade is a blessing for all 5 of us.
Mas eu mesmo tenho muita sorte por ter você como companheiro. Enfim, você é talentosa e esforçada. Nesses últimos 1000 dias, você abriu seu coração para nós e até nos incentivou a fazer o mesmo. Tenho muita sorte por ter você como companheiro.
But I have to say one thing. You're always so sensitive and kind. Every time you see us get hurt, you look like you're about to break. Has our squad motto, having each other's backs, become too much of a burden for you?
Mas eu tenho que dizer uma coisa. Você é sempre tão sensível e gentil. Sempre que nos reunimos em combate, você aparece desolado. Nós não é sempre confiamos em nossos companheiros. Será que isso acabou colocando fardo nas nossas costas?
I get how you feel. When your squad mates trust you with their backs, your first instinct is to protect them, right? But that's not the way it should be. No one can shoulder everything alone.
Como você se sente quando seus companheiros confiam plenamente em você? Seu primeiro instinto é proteger, não é? Mas não deveria ser assim. Ninguém gostaria de suportar tudo sozinho.
Don't try to carry everything on your own. Choosing to fight on the battlefield is my resolve. Feel it. Share yours with me. And when it's your turn to watch my back, I'll give my all to honor it too.
Não tenha assumir todas as passagens sozinho. Eu entro num campo de batalha para lutar por escolha própria. O que você deveria fazer é entender a minha vantagem e compartilhar a sua comigo. Como você está me protegendo, eu juro pela minha vida que eu vou cumprir a sua vontade.
As long as you fight with all your strength, there's no such thing as failing to protect something, because your will and our will is preserved and carried on in other ways.
Portanto, você lute com toda a sua força, sua proteção nunca será em vão, porque tanto a sua quanto as nossas vontades serão preservadas e transmitidas de outros maneiras.
But don't let that weigh on you. Try to trust in us, just like we trust in you, no matter what.
Então não encare isso como uma responsabilidade pesada, tá bom? Confie em nós, assim como nós confiamos em você, incondicionalmente.
I've struggled with that kind of thinking myself, but I eventually made my way through it. All this talk of camaraderie, of keeping each other safe, it's like a harmonica melody scoring our time together. Even when things change, our tune will go on, and that's enough.
E também já passei por isso, pensando nesse tipo de coisa, mas acabei superando toda essa conversa de proteção mútua. Vantagem com a melodia de uma gaiota. Até quando as coisas mudam, a melodia sempre será nossa. E isso é o suficiente.
Exactly! Honestly, I'm sometimes terrified. Afraid that someday, you'll blame yourself for failing to protect us and fall apart. That's why I wanted to record this message.
Às vezes tenho medo de que algum dia você se culpe por falhar em nós proteger e fique em pedaços. Por isso eu quis gravar essa mensagem.
Please, don't try to bear everything alone. Maybe you can start relying on us more, fully entrusting your vulnerable side to us. Our will has long been intertwined with yours. We're comrades.
Não tinha que carregar todo o peso sozinho. Talvez você possa começar a depender mais de nós e a confiar plenamente em nós. Mas nossa vontade está atrelada a sua há muito tempo.
This is getting way too sentimental. It doesn't feel like me anymore. Anyway, we just want to see you trusting your comrades enough to share your burdens, even if it isn't us.
Mesmo que tinha outras pessoas. Isso ficamos sentimental. Nem me reconheço mais. Enfim. Nós só queremos que você confie em mais companheiros, mesmo que sejam outras pessoas.
Finally, we'd like to give you the song that's closest to us. If what we've said is hard to understand, just feel it through the music. Please, enjoy my masterpiece, Homecoming.
Por fim, gostaria de dedicar uma música que nos representa. Se tudo o que dissemos foi difícil de entender, espero que entenda por meio dessa música. Aproveite e volta ao lar, minha obra-prima. A Vera Fia Cassé reproduz uma melodia familiar, com uma qualidade sonora incrivelmente nítida, como se tivesse sido gravada ontem. E quando a música chega ao fim, a vida fica em silêncio. Você se dirige a uma mulher que se chama Criticante, enquanto ela luta para secar as lágrimas incessantes. A brisa do pôr do sol contra seus cabelos e por fim ela levanta o rosto.
Proxy, do you remember? I was once terrified of seeing the look on their faces.
Of course. Can you see them clearly now?
Yes, crystal clear. As if I've returned to the exact moment of parting.
Mano do céu. Olha só. estão em estágio crítico de corrupção. A criatura que a minha aba inventou.
So this is our last glance. This is the answer you wanted me to find. Thanks, guys. For everything.
Após encontrar a Anitta, você passa o tempo com a noite no Porto Elpis, sentindo a brisa do mar. Vocês não dizem uma palavra, porque sabe que em breve terão que se separar. Quando o tempo começa a esfriar, vocês voltam para a rua 6.
Proxies. No. Lies. Belle. I've troubled you two a lot these days with my personal affairs. Words can't describe what you've done for me.
Quando eu tenho que mandar vocês por todos esses dias, os meus problemas pessoais, você não pode escrever o quanto vocês me ajudaram.
No worries. Honestly, my brother and I have been a bit lost recently. Meeting you, though, well, it feels like we've known each other forever. Doesn't it, Wise?
Sinceramente, meu irmão e eu também ficamos um pouco desnorteados ultimamente. Desde que nos conhecemos, e tivemos uma forte conexão com você. Não é mesmo, Wise? Nós também aprendemos muito com você.
Yeah, we've learned a lot from you, too. If nothing else, spending time with you really cheered us up. Perhaps we've always shared the same resolve.
Eu me sinto muito com você. Não mesmo. Nosso amor melhorou muito. Acho que nossas vontades sempre tiveram em sintonia.
Yeah. When I was trapped in self-doubt, unable to get out, I'm glad you were there with me. You're right. We've already entrusted our backs to each other as comrades.
Sim, quando comecei a duvidar de mim mesma, eu me perdi em pensamento. Foi bom ter você por perto. Você tem razão. Nós já confiamos plenamente nos outros.
And because of that, because we are comrades, please, hear me out. Maybe you've already noticed. I'm sorry, but I've been keeping something from you. Charon isn't actually my code name.
Vocês dois, por favor, me escolhem. Porque vocês já tenham notado. Eu sinto muito, mas escondi algo de vocês. Caron não é meu verdadeiro codinome.
As I mentioned before, Charon was my captain's code name. When I met both of you for the first time, I didn't want to tell you my code name, because I thought someone who couldn't protect their squad mates had no right to one. So I lied.
Como eu disse, Caron era o codinome da minha capitã. Quando conheci vocês, eu não quis revelar meu codinome porque pensei que alguém não consegue proteger seus companheiros, não merece ter um. Por isso eu menti.
Captain Charon was an orphan like me, with no family to mourn her. I've been using her code name because I may be the last person in the world who still remembers her.
Capitã Caron era órfã comigo, sem qualquer família, para chorar por ela. Não sei o codinome dela porque talvez eu seja a última pessoa no mundo que ainda se lembra dela.
But I understand now. If I want to keep moving forward, I can't keep hiding behind a lie. My true code name is...
Não posso mais me esconder atrás de uma maneira mentira. Meu codinome real é... qual é, cara?
You don't have to tell me right now.
Não é
Charon. At the harbor, Nathan spoke to you privately. Was he offering you a chance to return to the Defense Force?
Nathan conversou com você em particular e te ofereceu uma oportunidade para voltar à Força de Defesa.
Yes. He said he still has a friend in the Defense Force who's currently forming a new squad. And if my goals align with theirs, I could consider joining them.
Sim, ela me diz que conhece alguém da Força de Defesa que está formando um novo esquadrão. E se tivermos o mesmo objetivo, posso considerar me juntar ao esquadrão.
So, what's your decision? Where will you go next?
Onde você vai agora?
After everything that's happened, I think I do share the same goal as that friend of his and the new squad they're building. So I'll head back to the new Eridu Defense Force and keep chasing my new goal with a new team.
Sem dúvida, o objetivo desse novo esquadrão se alinha perfeitamente com o meu. Então vou voltar para a Força de Defesa de Nova Eridu e continuar perseguindo o meu objetivo nesse novo esquadrão.
Your new goal. Is it to look further into the fall of the old capital?
Yes. My encounter with Grim Vulture has made me realize this should be the true form of my vengeance. I'll uncover the real culprits behind the old capital's fall and make them pay for their crimes. If the ferryman who leads me to the truth demands a price, I'm willing to wager my life. I have a gut feeling the masterminds will reveal themselves again soon. To protect the city my comrades cherished and sacrificed their lives for, I won't allow such a tragedy to happen again. By letting the will to protect guide my hatred, I now have a clear aim toward the truth.
That's what I thought. If that's the case, then for now, we shouldn't learn your true code name, nor entrust our backs to one another.
Foi o que pensei. Sendo assim, é melhor não sabermos o seu verdadeiro codinome ainda, nem devemos confiar plenamente uns nos outros.
Are you saying we're on opposite sides?
No. We might walk different paths, but those paths will lead us to the same destination. It's just that, for now, we can't say any more than that.
Não é nada disso. Podemos seguir caminhos diferentes, mas esses caminhos sempre nos levarão aos mesmos destinos. E que, por enquanto, não podemos revelar mais detalhes.
To be honest, after facing an enemy as ruthless as Grim Vulture, we're reminded of our own powerlessness. Watching you fight back, almost losing your life to a bullet. That feeling.
Pra ser sincero, depois de enfrentar inimigo tão feroz quanto o abutre macabro, percebemos o quanto ainda estamos fracos. Ver você lutar é quase perder sua vida por uma bala.
We're nowhere near strong enough to protect you. And we're not strong enough to open up about our pasts either. Sorry.
Ainda estamos longe de sermos fortes o suficiente para proteger você e para revelar o nosso passado. Eu sinto muito. Vocês e as coloca sobre o seu próprio peito. Oh?
If this is your slightly selfish principle, I'll respect it. You were once my proxies, and I'll keep this memory locked away as something I cherish.
Se esse é um dos seus principais princípios, ainda que seja um tanto egoísta, vou respeitar ele. Você foi um dos meus proxies e eu vou sempre guardar essa memória precisa.
If, as you say, our destination is the same, then we should continue on our separate paths, striving to grow stronger. The next time we meet, I'll reveal my true codename.
Se como você diz, temos o mesmo destino, precisamos continuar em nossos caminhos separados e ficar mais fortes. Quando encontrarmos novamente, vocês saberão meu codinome real. Sinto que quando chegar essa hora do codinome real, ela vai ter uma nova Belle Switch, assim como a Abby tem.
I hope we can become true comrades. I want your presence to forever remain in the melody of my life.
Espero que sejamos verdadeiros companheiros um dia. Quero que a presença de vocês seja sempre como uma melodia na minha vida. Combinado.
Yes, it's a promise. We'll cross paths once again, Charon.
Vocês são uma serva mulher que chamamos de cada um de se afastar. Um soldado foi dizer que ia esperar por ela no final do seu caminho.
Hello. I'm the sniper from the former Liar Squad of the Chrysoberyl Division, recommended by Captain Nathan, originally of the new Eridu Defense Force's Obsidian Division, Impera Squad.
Na sua funcionadora do antigo esquadrão da Lira, na divisão Olho de Gato, recomendado pelo Capitão Nathan, e do esquadrão Impera, da divisão Obsidiana da Força de Defesa.
Ah, I heard about you from my superior. You're the one who dealt with the serial murders targeting the Defense Force, right? Well, the new Eridu Defense Force is ready to welcome you back.
Então foi de você que meu superior falou. Eu ouvi dizer que você resolveu sozinho um caso de assassinatos em série com um dos membros da Força de Defesa. A Força de Defesa de Floridu sempre receberá você de braços abertos.
Let me confirm a few details before taking you to base. Which squad are you applying to join? And did you have a code name during your previous service?
Pessoal, vou dar um pausa aqui, pois preciso levar meu cachorro para lá fora. Afinal, são 10 horas. E pessoal, são 10 horas e já é 1 hora e 54 de vídeo. Vamos continuar.
I'm applying to join the Obsidian Division's Oval Squad. As for my codename...
Então aqui são na divisão obsidiana do esquadrão Oval contra o meu... Ah, não. Reforços da Força de Defesa. Deixa eu confirmar algumas informações antes de acompanhá-lo até a base. Em qual esquadrão você deseja ingressar? Você utilizou um codinome então antes do seu serviço anterior? Estou ingressando na divisão obsidiana do esquadrão Obus. Quanto ao meu codinome?
Trigger. I was Trigger of Liar Squad.
Ah, não é mesmo, nossa. É a Trigger. Trigger. Meu nome era Trigger. No esquadrão da Lira. Ah, sou dentro. Anumazu. Lighter. Ellen. Nem preciso falar. Já tá aí o nome e aparece aí na imagem. E abre. Nós sempre age nas sombras.
Venha, venha! Namata, inavanata! Watanata, inata!
Gathering dust, turn them into ghosts. We offer top prices for rare finds. Turn your fortune into funds today.
Sério.
Take your time. I'm listening.
Ah, pegou errado. Não, peguei o certo mesmo. Peguei o certo. Eu que deveria aqui.
I'll help you win. The lunch is on you.